Good day, students. So for today, I will be showing you how we are going to transform a square of binomial into a perfect square trinomial. Alright? And vice versa. Okay? Because this skill is needed in our next lesson, which is solving quadratic equations using completing the square. Alright, so when we see square of binomial, you are given a binomial which is being squared or naka-exponent siya sa 2. Okay? So, pwedeng binomial a plus b squared or pwede ring ang ibigay sa iyo ay a minus the binomial a minus b squared. Ngayon, paano mo siya itra-transform into perfect square trinomial? Okay? So, meron tayong technique na gagamitin. Alright, so, ang technique nito, una, you are going to square the first term, which is a squared. Then, since positive ito, your middle term will also be a positive number. Okay? To get the middle term, you multiply the two terms, a times b, and then times 2. Alright? Or, twice ng a times b. And then, your third term, plus, get the second term here in your binomial, which will become b squared. Okay, nakuha ninyo? Alright. So, if you are given binomial a minus b squared naman, so same process, you square the first term. And since this is minus, magiging minus naman tayo sa middle term. Okay? And then, multiply your first and second term, which is AB, and times 2. Okay? And then, you square your last term doon sa binomial mo. Negative B squared. Okay? So, negative B times negative B, that will give you an answer of positive B squared. Okay? So, ganito yung magiging itsura ng square of binomial mo kapag naging perfect square trinomial na siya. Alright? Again, you square the first term, get the product of your first and second term, and then times 2, plus, okay, square your last term, kaya may b squared. Kapag minus naman sa gitna, just the same process. However, ang pagkakaiba nila ay minus tayo dito sa middle term. Kapag positive, positive lahat. Okay, nakuha ninyo? Alright, so let me give you an example. So let's say we have here a square of binomials. The quantity x plus 2 is squared. Itra-transform natin siya into a perfect square trinomial using yung binigay ko kanina. Okay? So, first thing to do, you get your first term, which is x. Square mo siya. Then, to get the middle term, multiply the two terms. X times 2, that is 2x. And don't forget, times 2. Okay? And then, yung last term mo, get the second term of your binomial. And then, you square it also. And then, just simplify. So, x squared is just simply x squared. Plus, ito naman, i-simplify natin, 2 times 2, that is 4 with x. Then, 2 squared is 4. Or 2 times 2 is equals to 4. So, therefore, the binomial x plus 2 squared is just the same with x squared plus 4x plus 4. Okay? Next, you have the binomial 2x plus 4 squared. Okay? So, una, get the first term. Okay, so dito, yung first term natin ay with number and variable. Okay, so square natin siya. Then, multiply first and second term to get the middle term plus. So, 4 times 2x, that will give you an answer of 8x. And don't forget, times 2. Plus, last term, copy, and then squared. And then, simplify. So, ito, 2x squared is just the same with 2x times 2x. That will give you an answer of 4x squared. Then, ito naman, 2 times 8, that is 16, pero may x ka pa doon, so 16x. Plus, 4 squared, or just the same 4 times 4. Okay, so that is 16. So, therefore, the binomial 2x plus 4 squared is equal to 4x squared plus 16x plus 16. Okay, next. What if you are given a square of binomial? Again, but this time, minus naman yung nasa gitna. Okay, so i-apply naman natin yung sinabi ko kanina. Alright, so just the same process. Copy your first term, square mo siya. Then, multiply mo ito. X times negative 3, kaya meron kang negative sign dyan. So, which is 3x. Times, then forget, 2. And then, you copy the last term. Okay? So, plus negative 3 is squared. Okay? And then, simplify. So, x squared, negative 2 times 3, that is negative 6x. Tapos, plus negative 3 times negative 3, that will give you a 9. Okay? Next, the binomial 2x minus 4 is squared. Oh, just the same process. Copy first term, square it, minus, multiply the two terms. 4 times 2x, that is 8x. And don't forget, times 2, plus, copy the second term, negative 4. Okay? Is squared. Ayan. Then, simplify. What is 2x squared? That is 2x times 2x. That is equivalent to 4x. Then, 2 times 8x, that is 16x. Minus. And then, negative 4 squared is just the same as positive 16. Okay. So, that is how to transform square of binomial to a perfect square trinomial. Okay, ngayon naman, how are you going to transform perfect square trinomial into a square of binomial? Baliktad naman. Okay? So, pag perfect square trinomial, ibig sabihin, tatlong term. Pag square of binomial, 2 terms lang. Okay? So, therefore, meron kang square of binomial, ibig sabihin, naka-squared yan. So, ngayon, paano mo kukunin? So, baliktarin natin. So, unang gagawin mo is you get the square root of the first term. Okay, what is x squared? Square root of x squared, that is equals to x. Okay? Then, go to your last term. Ano naman ang square root ng 4? Okay? That will give you an answer of 2. So, therefore, ito, perfect square trinomial na ito, kapag i-transform mo siya sa square of binomial, It's just the same with the binomial x plus 2 is squared. Okay? So, gawin din natin dito sa example number 2. So, you prepare now your parentheses with an exponent of 2. And then, you go to your first term. First term muna. You get the square root. 36x squared. Okay? What is the square root of 36? 6. Anong square root ng x squared? X. And then, you go to your last term, 16. You get the square root. Ayan. What is square root of 16? Yes, that is positive 4. So, therefore, this perfect square trinomial, when transformed to square of binomial, will become the binomial 6x plus 4 squared. Okay? So, ganun lang. Just get the square root of the first term and the second term. Okay? Alright, so I hope you understood this. In that way, mas madali na nyong masundan yung next lesson natin.